Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Nathan Barna here, and today I wanted to talk about tracking progress. So, I'm sure you've all heard the saying that what you measure grows. And when it comes to tracking your own progress and, moving towards your own individual goals, whether that's a certain body composition goal or a performance goal or a strength goal or even a mental emotional goal or financial goal, whatever that might be. The principles are all the same, and the first step of that is, like I said, you want to give yourself a method for measuring your progress. So in weightlifting, it's pretty easy because it's all a game of numbers and weight on the bar. And obviously, if you lift more weight and you're able to put more weight on the bar, then that's giving you feedback as to the progress that you're making. When it comes to the body composition goals, there's different trackers and things like that, but I've honestly found that just taking pictures and the subjective feedback that you get from yourself and others can be enough to act as a measuring device and help sustain your progress and your process. And things like keeping a journal is important for weightlifting, keeping track of your numbers and keeping track of the weights that you've hit and the exercises that you've done and any kind of notes that are associated with that. So you always have something to look back on. And any of you guys that are on the online program, your exercise regimen is worked out for you, but I would also recommend getting a separate notebook to write stuff down and to write the exercises down and the reps and the sets and the weights that you use. And again, any kind of notes or anything that you want to annotate to help you remember, what you did and how things went and how things felt and what you can improve upon. And when it comes to really, when it comes to any goal, no matter what that might be, like I said, whether it's a performance goal or a different a personal goal or a spiritual goal, the biggest thing that I've found to be helpful for not only myself but also the people that I've worked with is not getting fixated on a particular outcome. So it's getting into, process versus outcome goals. Because a lot of times when you get fixated on, a certain weight that you got to hit or a certain body fat percentage you want to get to, or, a certain, amount of money in the bank account, those things are good and they're, it's helpful to have a big picture. It is helpful to have an outcome goal, but if that is your sole focus, it's easy to get frustrated when it may seem like you're moving away from that goal, or it may seem like it's not happening fast enough or as fast as you're expecting it to, which is again where we can become trapped in our own expectations of things and lose sight of the reality of what it actually takes to achieve the thing that we're setting out to achieve. Another saying that I'm sure most people have heard is, we tend to overestimate what we can do in a year, but underestimate what we can do in a decade. I believe I heard Tony Robbins say that, but he might have gotten it from somewhere else. But again, it's true. Our perception of time and how long it might take and how much effort and money it might take to achieve something a lot of times can be very skewed. And this is why it's helpful to have and develop process goals. And these are goals that are dependent on the action that you're taking on a daily basis. For example, whenever I have a certain goal for myself, I always break it down into what's the one thing that I can do every day that's going to help me inch towards that thing, versus I want to, hit this certain weight by the end of the year, which I do have those particular goals. But if I say I want to do that, but I'm not taking steps towards that every day, I'm not getting involved in the process of moving towards that, then inevitably I'm going to end up frustrated when I didn't achieve my goal by the time that I said I wanted to hit it. So when I work with people, it's always about creating that big picture, but then breaking down the process that's going to move you towards that thing. So again, when it comes to having a certain level of performance in the gym, then that's where we look at not only the program that you're following, but also your, what's your diet like, what's your sleep like, what kind of things are you doing to help you manage your stress and aid in recovery. Because all of these little habits, all of the processes that you do on a daily basis, those are the things that are ultimately going to get you to that end goal. And it's just a matter of sticking with the process versus getting fixated on the outcome. So that's kind of the biggest thing I want you guys to take away and start to implement in your lives, because again, it's very easy to get frustrated when it might seem like you have a bad week, or you might go off schedule, or go off your diet, or whatever that thing might be. It's easy to lose sight and then completely fall off. But if you have a set of practices that you've created for yourself, that if I just do these things every day, if I wake up when I say I'm going to wake up, and I maybe do my meditation or yoga practice that I know is going to help with my recovery and help with my mental clarity and my level of stress. If I continue to do these things, I know I'm going to get at least 1% better every day. And obviously that 1% will compound over time. And even though maybe you don't hit the exact marker that you say you want to hit, if you keep moving with the process, inevitably you will get there, or you will realize that ultimately the joy is within the process, and that as long as you have the process, that you're continuing to move forward, and that moving forward is ultimately what brings the meaning and purpose that we seek in life anyways, whether or not we do hit this grand goal or thing that we set out for ourselves. So track your progress in any way that you find is most applicable and most resourceful for you, but be consistent with the process. Create habits for yourself, create practices for yourself, and stick with them. And then on a later video, I'm going to break down exactly how to create habits and the easiest way to help sustain them in the long term. So I hope this was helpful. We look forward to doing more of these. Feel free, if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm here. We have our Taylor's here. Other coaches are here. And then, I look forward to sharing more of these with you. If you need more personalized attention, we do offer performance coaching, which looks at everything, as far as in the gym when it comes to your training and your coaching and everything to help maximize that aspect of it, but also everything outside of the gym, because obviously what you do in the gym, it can only be as good as what happens outside of the gym. So with the performance coaching, we take a look at all of that and help create a customized and personalized program to suit your needs and help address any imbalances, whether it's nutrition or lifestyle or training and physical. See any places where that need to be addressed and create a program suited towards you. So that is an option for you guys. Talk to you next time.